Hello. Hello. I think we've got one person. Feel free to say hi and let me know that you can hear me. I've never done this before, so trial and error. Okay, so it says we have 2 people. I hope you guys can hear me, or feel free to say something. All right, I'm not sure if this is working. Okay, okay. Hi, Danny. Cool. Well, hi. Okay, we have 3 people. We're gonna wait. It's 6 right now, so I'll wait, Beth. I'll wait a few more minutes. See if anyone tunes in. Okay, 4 people. We're getting more. We're getting more. I'll start at about 6:02-ish. Give some people time to log in. Hi, Debbie, if you're here. Okay. Well, it's 6:01. I'm going to go ahead and I can hear you. Okay, cool. So I'm going to start because it is 6:01, and then if anyone wants to join, they can come in. Yeah, 4 people. Oh, 6 now. Cool. Hi, my name's Alicia. If you don't know me, I'm here in Las Vegas coming to you live. I did Marianne's 200 hour back in April of 2015. And then in 2017, I also did a retreat with her. And I was lucky enough to just finish, hi, Christina, my first 100 hour of my 300 hour with her. Actually, just a few weeks ago, we got back on the 20th. And yeah, so I'm happy to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, not for me, but for yourself. I'm just super excited that we can still practice together, spread the love of yoga no matter what's going on. And this is my cat. He'll probably come say hi. This is Meows. But yeah, I'm just super excited that we get to do this live, virtual, something new. So cool. If you have any yoga props, grab them now, like a block, maybe. You don't necessarily need them, but I always like to have them just in case. Maybe a strap or a scarf if you don't have a strap. If you don't have blocks, you can always use like pillows or a stack of books, anything like that if you feel like you need it. So go ahead and grab your stuff, and then we're going to get started. And I have some music playing in the background, but I'm going to turn it down now just so that you can hear me for sure. All right, so we're going to start seated tonight. So just find a comfortable seated position. Ideally, if you'd like a little bit more grounding, try to sit on the earth. So, I mean, just on your mat, whether it's cross-legged or straight-legged. And I'm actually going to adjust the camera just a second. There you go. Now you guys can see me. Hey, Meows. Okay, so let's find a comfortable seated position. If you really want to, you can sit on a pillow or on a block. Up to you, but let's just find our comfortable seated position, sitting up tall. If you would like a little bit more grounding, palms face down. If you're wanting to receive tonight, then palms face up. All right, I need you to move so they can see. Right there. There you go. Okay, so whatever position the arms are in, just go ahead and start to close your eyes. Just start to tune in to yourself, to your breath. Now let's take a few clearing breaths, some cleansing breaths. So start with just your normal exhale. The next inhale through the nose, fill up the belly, all the way up the diaphragm, the chest, all the way up to the throat, pausing at the top. And then open your mouth side out. Do that 2 more times. So deep inhale through the nose, fill the belly, the diaphragm, the chest, all the way up to the throat, pausing. Open your mouth, release, let it go. Good. Last and final, deep inhale through the nose. Filling up slowly, mindfully, and once you get to the top, pause, soften something. And then open your mouth, completely exhale the entire breath out. Good. And then just start with your normal inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Deep belly breaths, letting the shoulders melt away from the ears. The crown of the head reaching up to the sky, the tailbone grounding into the earth. And just take a few moments to notice where you're at in your room, in your living room. Take note of any body parts that might be speaking to you tonight and be mindful of that. Start to tap into the mind. Just become an observer of the thoughts. Not getting in the way, not attaching to them, just noticing and letting them pass by. And then connect with your heart. Honor how you're feeling in this moment, no matter what it is that you're feeling. Maybe take a moment to honor your purpose for tuning in tonight. Whatever that reason may be, there's no right, there's no wrong. It just is. Good. And take one more deep breath here. And then slowly, as you're ready, start to wiggle the fingers. Maybe open the fist, close the fist a few times, and gently blink the eyes open. Good. Let's inhale, start to reach the arms up and over your head. Maybe the palms touch, maybe you gaze up, get nice and long, keep the belly button into the spine. And then exhale, the thumbs come down into your heart, gently tuck your chin, bow. Show some gratitude for just showing up tonight, for being with yourself, for tuning into yourself. Good, and let's start to practice. Inhale, reach the arms back over your head. Again, maybe the palms touch. And then now exhale, bring the right hand down, the left arm over. Lengthen through both side bodies with the left shoulder. Relax away from the ears, maybe even gazing up at that left arm or underneath it. Take another deep breath here. Good, and then on your next inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, the other hand goes down as you start to side bend over, keeping both hip bones down. Good, shoulders down, belly in. And next inhale, bring both arms back up. And exhale, the hands down to the knees. Let's do a few torso circles each side. So start to bring your torso in circles one way. Again, engaging your core, your Uddiyana Bandha, if you know what that is. Good. And then the next time you come into a center position, just reverse that, going the opposite way. Making this your own, moving as fast or as slow as you'd like, but just really feeling, connecting. Not just doing the movements out of routine. And the next time you come back to center, let's come back to our neutral spine. Let's bring the hands out in front of us, just a gentle forward fold. You can always bring a block or pillow underneath the forehead. Good. Take another inhale right here. And then exhale, walk the hands over to the right. You should feel some more length in the lower part of the back, or the lower side back, rather. Keeping both hip bones down. Take another deep breath. Then as you exhale, gaze forward, walk your hands through center, and then all the way over to the left. Again, same thing. We're just lengthening this lower side body. Good. Take a full breath. Walk your hands through center. Oh, animal assistants are the best, right? See if anyone's saying anything. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to see if there were any problems. Making sure you guys are still with me. All right, cool. So let's find our tabletop position as you're ready. Good. We're going to give our wrists a little bit of love. So let's start with the shoulders over the wrists. And then we're going to flip the palms so that the fingers are now facing towards the knees. And just start to move through some cows and cats with the wrists like this. So on your next inhale, drop the belly, arch the spine, lift the chest, maybe the gaze, the tailbone. And then exhale, just round, tuck the tailbone, chin in towards the chest, belly button in. A few more like that. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Good. Again, inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Now flip the palms down and bring the fingers to face one another. So they're like this on the mat. I need you to move. Thank you. Good. And let's move through some cows and cats here. Inhale, drop the belly, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Come back to center, and now we're going to sit back onto our heels. Use a block if you need to, and then interlace the fingers and just start to roll the wrists slowly in one direction. Maybe even doing some roller coasters. Get creative with it. Good, and then reverse roller coasters, maybe just rolling the other way. Good, release, shake it out. We're doing one more thing for our wrists. So now we're going to bring the fingers back towards our knees again, but not coming fully into a tabletop because we want to make sure that the hands stay planted down as we sit back on the heels. So however close you need to walk your hands to make sure that the whole palm is pressing down. Take one more breath. Good, and then slowly peel it up. Grab a hold of one wrist, shake it out a little bit. Grab a hold of the other, shake it out. Good, and then let's come back to our tabletop. Good, we're gonna tuck the toes. Start to lift the hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, feet about hip distance apart. And then just feel out this first down dog. If it feels good to walk it out a little bit, bending the knees, driving the heels, maybe just coming up onto the balls of the feet, then releasing down. And making it your own. Good. Coming back to stillness. And then we're going to inhale, come forward to our high plank. Lower the knees down, and then as you exhale, start to lower all the way to the belly. Point the toes towards the back, press the tops of the feet down, and then inhale, just lift the heart and the chest up, baby cobra. Little to no weight in the hands, belly button in, and exhale, roll down. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, roll up, baby cobra, and exhale, roll down. Last time, inhale, roll up. And exhale, roll down. Good. And then we're going to press back to a child's pose. So either knees wide, big toes touching for a little bit more into the hips, or knees together to get a little more into the low back, up to you. Letting the forehead ground down. Again, you can always bring a block or your hands or a pillow underneath the forehead. Just think about reaching the fingertips forward and reaching the hip bones back. Maybe even for a few breaths, bringing the hands down by the feet, allowing the shoulders to relax. 2 more breaths here. Good, and then start to bring the hands forward again. Come up to table pose. I think he wants to be the star of the show tonight. Come here. Okay, and let's tuck the toes, find our downward facing dog again. Good. Take a few deep breaths here. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Good. And then inhale, start to gaze forward, come up onto the balls of the feet, and then as many steps as you need, start to walk the feet up to the hands. Eventually bringing the feet to hip distance apart, so about 2 fists in between the big toes. Bend the knees and just start to let the upper body hang over the lower body. Maybe you just want to let the arms hang, or you can grab opposite elbows. Maybe even grabbing opposite elbows behind the legs or interlacing the hands behind the head, whatever's feeling good. Maybe try out a few different kinds and then start to add some gentle movements, swaying, shaking out the head. Good. And then when you're ready, release the hands down to the mat. Good. Keep a slight bend to the knees. Tuck the belly button in, tuck the tailbone, and inhale, slowly roll up. Letting your head finally lift up last as the legs straighten. Let's do a few shoulder rolls here. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale them back and down. And now you can't see me. There we go. Okay. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release them down. Good. Let's inhale, reach the arms up and over your head. Maybe the palms touch again. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. We're going to do a standing side bend. So inhale, reach the arms up. Let your right fingers grab your left wrist. I'm sorry, this is too tall for you to see me. And then as you exhale, start to lean over to the right. Just like we did on the mat, but now standing, and you can actually press the hips to the left. But again, still lengthening the right side body as well. Take another full breath. And inhale, come back up. Reverse the grip and exhale, start to lean over to the right, or to the left, my bad. Just do the other side, you know. Take another full breath here. And then inhale, slowly come up. And exhale, we're going to slowly forward fold. Now, you can keep the feet hip distance apart or bring them together, big toes touching. Let's inhale, come to a halfway lift, shift the weight forward, maybe hands to shins, belly button in, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, fold, tuck the chin. Last time, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank, pause for a few breaths. Good, take a deep inhale. Deep exhale, another inhale. And exhale, press back down, dog. Good, now let's just start to open the hips a little bit. So let's inhale, reach the right leg up, three-legged dog. Keep the hips squared to begin with. Let this left heel reach closer towards the earth. Feel it in the hamstring. Good. And on your next exhale, let's stack the right hip on top of the left. Maybe it feels good to keep the leg straight or bend the knee. And you can start to roll out the ankle one way, then the other. Good. And then inhale, lengthen again, square the hips. And exhale, step the right foot down. Do the left side. So inhale, the left leg comes up. Keep the hips square again, the left toes pointing down. Ground that right heel, get into the hamstring first. And then our next exhale, stacking the hips. Again, you can keep the leg straight or bend the knee. Start to roll out the ankle one way. And then reverse. Inhale, lengthen that left leg again, and exhale, step it down. Good, let's inhale, gaze forward, and then walk or step your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, come to a halfway lift, lengthen again, and exhale, fold, pull the belly in, and inhale, come all the way up with a flat back, reaching the arms overhead, the palms touch, and exhale, fold back down, forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, plant the hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Good. Take a one breath here. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Another breath, deep inhale. And exhale, release. Good. Let's inhale, lift that right leg up again. Gaze in between your hands, and then exhale, start to step the right foot in between your hands. Let's lower the back knee down. If you need to, you can add a blanket underneath there. Maybe roll up the mat for a little more cushion. And then let's untuck the toes, let the hips sink forward. Maybe use blocks here if you need. So just start to lift the chest up. Maybe the hands can rest on top of the thigh. Or if you want a little bit more, start to reach the arms over your head. Good. Take a full breath here. Deep inhale. And exhale. Again, deep inhale. And exhale, release the hands down. We're going to come into half split, shift the weight back, and lift the right toes up, flexing them towards your face. Keeping that right leg active. Again, great place to use blocks here. But we want to make sure we have length in the spine here. So go down as deep as you can, or deep as your body will allow, while still keeping the back straight. Take a full breath, deep inhale. And deep exhale. We're going to shift the weight forward, plant the right foot. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift it up, and then spin that back heel down or keep it lifted, up to you. But inhale, start to reach the arms forward and up, warrior one. Good. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, another inhale. And now in this exhale, leave the legs where they're at. Bring the hands towards the low back. So maybe you just fist bump here, maybe you grab opposite elbows, or you can interlace the fingers behind the back. Take an inhale right here, and then as you exhale, start to hinge forward to your humble warrior. Bringing the right shoulder towards the right knee. Maybe just think about bringing those knuckles or the elbows back. Or if you have the knuckles bound, maybe start to lift them up, get into the shoulders, take a full breath. And then slowly release the hands, plant them down. Step the right foot back, and then come to downward facing dog. Take an inhale right here. And an exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, the left leg comes up, gaze forward, and exhale, start to step the left foot in between your hands. Again, lower the back knee down, start to let the hips sink down, add some cushion underneath that knee if you need, and then untuck the toes. Start to lift the heart and chest up. Again, maybe using blocks up to the leg, maybe arms all the way up, just focusing on that right psoas muscle, lengthening it, keeping the belly hugged in. Good. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, the hands come down as we start to straighten out that left leg. Lift the toes towards your face. Good. Take one more full breath. And then on your next exhale, plant the left foot down. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee again. Heel can stay lifted or it can spin down. As you inhale, reach the arms up and over your head. Good. Bringing both weight evenly into both feet. Take an inhale right here. And then exhale, bring the hands to the low back. Again, if the shoulders are tight, fist bump, opposite elbows, or interlace the fingers. Maybe do the reverse grip, the awkward grip this time if you're interlacing. Then as you exhale, gently start to fold. Humble your warrior. Maybe lift the knuckles even higher to get into the shoulders. Take one more full breath. And then exhale, release whatever grip you have. Release the hands down. Step that left foot back, high plank. And then exhale, down dog. Good. Let's do a little chaturanga. We're going to inhale, come forward to your high plank again. Exhale, let's lower the knees and then bend the elbows just halfway, keeping them close to the body. Good. Now as you inhale, straighten the arms, pull the chest forward and up, press into the tops of the feet, up dog. Let's hold here for a few breaths. Belly button in. You can gaze up, but the chin doesn't necessarily need to go up that high. Take another inhale. And exhale, tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath here, deep inhale. And deep exhale. Good. Let's inhale, gaze forward. Walk or step your feet up to your hands. Inhale, find a halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, fold. Good. And then we're going to bring the feet hip distance apart. We're going to bring the right hand directly underneath your nose. If you need to use a block here, then feel free to do so. But we're going to start to bend into the right knee and then open the left arm up. Good. Maybe the gaze stays down if that doesn't feel good on the neck, or if you could be there all day, you can bring the gaze up towards the top hand. Then you can keep that right leg bent or maybe straighten it out, but keep the belly hugged in, the hips level. Take another deep inhale. And exhale, both hands come down, just moving to the other side. So left hand underneath your face or to your block. Left knee bends and inhale the right arm up, opening up. Again, if the neck is pretty tender, you can gaze down or gaze up at the top hand. Good. Maybe even play with straightening that left leg if you can keep the hips square. Take an inhale and exhale, both hands come down. Good. Now we're going to walk those feet towards the edges of the mat. Toes slightly out, heels slightly in. And then your next exhale, slowly sit those hips down, Malasana. Now, the idea is to try to keep the heels down. So if you can't, maybe take, or if it's just not happening today, maybe take some blocks underneath your hips. And then start to bring the hands to the heart. Tailbone under, crown of the head lifting. Take a few breaths here. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Good. Start to bring that right hand down. And then inhale, lift the left arm up. Just finding a little twist here, but we're still opening that right knee with the right tricep. And then exhale, hands come back together, other side, left hand down, right arm opens. It should feel nice on the inner thighs, the groin. And then exhale, hands back together, releasing them down and straighten out the legs. Maybe rock the hips a little bit. After sitting there for a little while, maybe bend the knees. And then eventually we'll bring the feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to a high plank. Pause here for a breath. And then either on your knees or maybe this time off your knees. Next exhale, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Roll the shoulders back, open the heart. And exhale, down dog. Good. Take a few deep breaths here. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Let's slowly lower the knees down. Good. Knees together and then start to sit back onto your heels, finding hero's pose. Now again, if this is really uncomfortable for you, maybe you grab blocks, pillows, whatever, place them underneath your hips. Good. We're going to start to give our ankles and our feet a little bit of love too. So if you can sit here all day, think about squeezing the inner thighs together. Belly button is still hugged in. Hands start to release down by your sides. And if it feels okay, you can start to lean back and just lift the knees gently or just leaning back. Good. Just lengthening through the quads, through the front of the ankles. And then release the hand or the knees back down, the hands out in front of you. Now we're going to tuck the toes, bring the feet together, heels together, and then start to sit back onto the heels. Again, if this is super uncomfortable and you have really tight feet, you can always bring a block or a pillow underneath you, or just sitting down onto the heels. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Take a moment. Breathing into the feet, honoring what your feet do for you. They help ground us, stabilize us, take us where we want to go. So show them some love. Take one more full breath. And then slowly bring the hands out in front of you. Gently tap the tops of the feet just to release that. Good. And then we're going to bring the legs out in front of us, finding our seated position. Good. So now straighten the legs, flex the toes towards your face. We're going to go into our seated forward fold. So maybe scoot the hip bones back a little bit. Pull the belly in, inhale, start to just extend the arms forward. And again, only go down as far as you can keep the back as flat as possible. So if you're rounding here, maybe just go back a little bit. But still keep the legs flexed towards your face. If you can reach for your feet without compromising the length in the spine, then feel free. Or this is what our straps or our scarves are great for, is using them around the feet. Good. We still want to find that length in the neck so the crown of the head is extending from the top of the spine. Take a full breath here. And exhale, start to release. Inhale, slowly coming up. Good. We're going to bend the right knee in towards the chest. And then open the right knee over to the right. Here, I'll turn. Good. So it's kind of like in a tree pose, Janu Srisasana A. Flex the left toes towards your face. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, start to fold. Good. Again, same thing. Just start to slide the hands forward until you feel that upper back start to round, and then that's where you stay. If you can grab the toes and you want to give yourself a little bit more on the calf, feel free. But it's definitely not necessary. Take one more breath. And then inhale, slowly come up. Bring that right knee back up. And then we're going to cross the right foot over the left leg. Good. Now, first we're just going to start by wrapping that left elbow around that right leg. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, just turn the chest over to the right. Good. Pulling the belly in, supporting the spine during this twist. Take an inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale and then gaze forward. And exhale, release that. Maybe a slight counter twist to the other side. And then straighten out both legs. Good. We're going to bring that left knee in. Let it open. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, plant them down and then just slide them forward as much as you can while keeping the back straight. Good. Couple more deep breaths. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Keeping that connection, that focus inward. Next exhale, slowly release as you come back up to seated. Bringing that left knee up and then crossing the left foot over the right leg. Now hooking or grabbing around that left leg with the right arm. Left hand comes to the low back. Maybe palm down or gecko fingers. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, lengthen. And then exhale, just twist the chest to the left. Good. I don't know about you, but I always feel this all the way down the outside of my left leg to the left glute. Feels really nice after a leg workout like I did the other day. Good. Take an inhale again. And next exhale, slowly unwind, maybe counter twist to the other side, and then straighten it out. Good. Now we're going to come into double pigeon. So we're going to ideally try to stack the shins, but if that's not happening today, or maybe this right knee is lifted, it's where you grab your block or pillow, place it underneath the right knee for support. Or maybe that's just not in the cards for you today, then you just bring that right shin slightly in front of the left, but keep both feet flexed to protect the knees. And then inhale, reach the arms up. We want to find length in the spine first, and then exhale, start to fold. Good. Again, lengthen the spine here. Feeling this now in the back of that right hip, back of the right glute. Take one more full breath. Good. And then inhale, slowly come back up. Bring the hands behind you, plant the feet towards the edges of the mat, and then we're just going to windshield wiper the knees from side to side a few times. Just feeling it out. Good. Come back to center, and now the opposite leg is going to go on top. So I had the right leg on top first, whatever leg you had on first. This is your test if you're paying attention. Good, but again, support yourself if you need, or bring that left shin slightly in front. Feet are flexed, sit up nice and tall, belly in. Inhale, reach, find length first, and then exhale, start to hinge. Again, keeping the back flat, the belly in. As long as you're feeling something in the back of that left hip, left glute, maybe even the side, then that's all you need. Just because we can go super deep into a pose doesn't mean we always need to. So listen to your body, listen to your breath, keeping that calm, smooth breath in and out through the nose. Good, and then next inhale, slowly come back up. Good, we're gonna straighten out both legs again. Just kidding, we're gonna cross them. Good, we're gonna show our neck a little bit of love now. Necks are always very tight. I don't know about you, but mine definitely is. So find any comfortable seated position again. Now if you wanna sit up on a block or a blanket, feel free to do so. Release the hands down by the sides, and then we're just gonna bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Good, but we're still sitting up nice and tall, maybe even pulling the belly button into the spine to support. Take a breath there. If this is enough for you, or you're feeling this pretty intensely, then stay here. If you want to go a little deeper, start to lift the right hand and just place it on the head. So we're not pulling on it. We're just adding a little bit of weight on there. So it's just a gentle rest. And then something I learned at our most recent training, to get the trap out of the way, my trap is always really tight. We're going to take that left arm out and bring that left hand behind the low back. So make sure you're supported in your spine, you're pulling the belly in, you're sitting up nice and tall. And then play with turning the chin down to the armpits, giving it a good sniff. And then maybe back up, just moving slowly. If you find a spot, that's my spot, where you really feel that nice lengthening, then stay there for a few calm breaths. Good, one more. And then if you took that left hand behind you, release it. That right hand's on top, release that. And then just bring the chin in towards the chest. Pause there for a moment. Shoulders still down, away from the ears. And then inhale, slowly roll the head up. Good, other side. Left ear, left shoulder. Pause there for a few breaths before you go deeper. Good. And then again, if you want to go a little deeper, maybe bring that left hand to gently rest on the head. And then maybe take that right hand, bring it behind the back. Good, and then play with turning the chin down to the armpit and back up. And you can move slowly, mindfully, tap into what you're feeling. Maybe find a spot that's really feeling that length and stay there. Good, one more breath. And then start to release that right hand. If you took it behind the back, release the left. And then bring the chin in towards the chest again. Good, take another deep breath, deep inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, slowly lift the head up. Hi, meows. Okay, I don't want to make this too long. I told people, which didn't say it at the beginning, but it was going to be a half an hour, but you know, we're flowing, we're having fun, so I'm going with it. All right, let's come back, straightening our legs. Let's do a little bit of core, just a little. Why not? Meows, come on. You're ruining my video. Just kidding. Okay, inhale, reach the arms forward, keep the belly hugged in, shoulders away from the ears. And then as you exhale, slower than you want to, keep that belly hugged in, keep that spine round, and start to feel it come down one vertebra at a time. Good, and then start to reach the arms up and over your head, reaching the fingers towards the back, the toes towards the front. You gotta move. They can't see me. Good. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, plant the feet, and hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. Maybe rock side to side. Good. And then keep the right knee in. Start to straighten the left leg down. Yes. Lay over here. Yeah, lay right there. Good. And then just start to flex that right foot. Bringing that right knee towards the right a little more, and then in towards the armpit, maybe letting the left hand rest on the hip, reminding it to stay down. Little wind reliever pose, good for your digestion. Take an inhale and exhale. Good, and then bring that right knee into center. Bring it to about a 90-degree angle, left hand to the outside of the right leg, and then exhale, cross that right leg over your body, rather. Good. Keep both shoulder blades planted down, especially the right's going to want to come up, so that we're getting that twist in the mid-thoracic spine, and then you can release that right arm over to the right, maybe gaze towards it. Oh, now he's scratching my couch. Meows, stop. This is real, guys. This is really real yoga. This is what happens. Good. And then bring the head back to center, that right knee back to center. Both knees in again. Give yourself a little hug, maybe a little rock. And then over to the other side. That left knee stays in. Straighten the right leg all the way down. Pause there for a breath. Here. And then flex that left foot, bring the left knee over to the left, and then up into the armpit. Good, right hand to the hip. Remind it to stay pressed down. Take an inhale. And exhale, start to bring that left knee back to center to a 90-degree angle. Right hand to the outside. And exhale, cross it over your body. Good, extend that left arm out. Take a few deep breaths, maybe gaze over to the left hand if that feels okay. Oh, and again, I feel it all the way down my glute into the IT band. Good, and then inhale, bring the gaze back to center, the knee back to center. Both knees come into the chest, and then plant the feet down. Bring the hands by the hips. Maybe if you know that you want one for bridge, grab a block right now. Let's place the hands by the hips. Pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone, and then inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up. Now again, you can always slide a block underneath the low back for supported, making it a little more restorative, or just staying here. Lengthening the neck still, chin is away from the chest. Take another full breath here. And exhale, lower back down. Good, now we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up. Grab behind the right leg, anywhere. And then start to roll the ankle out. We did stretch those ankles, flexion and extension. But now let's start to bring some rotations in. Good, and then pause with that leg flexed or pointed actually, and start to bring that right leg a little closer, feeling that. And then now flex that right foot and cross the right ankle above the left knee. Start to bring the left knee in towards the chest, grabbing either maybe back of the left hamstring or front of the shin. Good, a little reclined pigeon, keeping that right foot flexed, maybe pull it a little closer, release, reaching that right leg up again and then planting it down. Good, again, inhale. Now that left leg comes up there. Good, and then point it and maybe start to bring that left leg a little closer towards the chest. And then release, flex the left foot, cross that left ankle above the right knee, and bring the right knee in towards the chest. Now, if bringing it in towards the chest is too much, you can always just stay here. That's fine. Maybe grab behind the hamstring or front of the shin. But try to keep the shoulders planted down, the back of the head planted down so you're not straining that. Good. Take a few more deep breaths. And exhale, slowly release. Inhale, that left leg comes back up, and exhale, release it down. Good, let's bring the knees back in towards the chest again, rocking it a few times. And then let's find a happy baby. So bring the knees wide towards the armpits, lift the soles of the feet up towards the sky, flex the toes towards your face. And then reach for the outside edges of the feet. Now, if that's not accessible to you today, you can just grab around the backs of the hamstrings, maybe even just to the ankles. But ideally, keeping, again, the shoulders down, the back of the head down, and then think about pressing the tailbone down. Good, so we're decompressing the back, decompressing that natural curvature in the lumbar spine. If it feels good, you can rock right, you can rock left. Make it your own. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. Maybe both legs. Good. One more full breath. And then release, hug the knees back in towards the chest. Give yourself a big hug. This time, maybe lift the forehead up to the knees. And exhale, start to release, straighten out the legs. Find your Shavasana shape, take rest. Close the eyes. Take a few moments just in stillness, silence. Resisting the urge to fidget or move. Let's take one more cleansing, clearing breath, just releasing that practice. So deep inhale through the nose, fill it up. And open the mouth, exhale. And let the breath just return to natural. Let your body be still. Once the body is still, it's easier for us to find stillness in the mind. So again, connect in with yourself. Tune into yourself. Become like a third-party observer of yourself, your thoughts. Not attaching to them. Just seeing them for what they are, thoughts, which are ever changing. Allow yourself to just be. Nothing to do, nothing to think. Just simply experiencing the nowness, experiencing this moment, which is ever changing. Just like a breath comes in and leaves, that's the moments of our life. So find the stillness to honor each moment, to honor each breath. To come back to center. To come back to your heart. Honoring what your heart is telling you. Following what your heart is telling you. And most importantly, loving what's in your heart. When we cultivate this place of stillness and silence and solace for ourselves, we'll always be at peace in our own hearts. We will always be connected in our own hearts. Literally just allowing yourself, your spirit, your soul to start to drift, to move past the physical body, tapping into what's deeper inside. It's most important. And now, without doing much, start to come back to this physical body. Start to slowly bring awareness back to this physical body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Good. Maybe point and flex the feet, open the fists, make fists. And maybe the head gently rock side to side. Take your time here. No rush. And then slowly, as you're ready, start to bend the knees one at a time, planting the feet down, hugging the knees in towards your chest. And then gently rolling to your favorite side, finding a fetal position for a few moments. Waking up from this practice fresh and new. And when you're ready, using your arm strength, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Taking a moment seated to just let the practice absorb a little more. And I'm going to chant one Om. Please feel free to join me. I'm going to inhale, bring my arms overhead, and then as I exhale, Om back to my heart. So start with just a normal breath. Inhale, exhale. And now inhale, bring the arms up and over your head, prepare. Gently tuck your chin. Take a moment of gratitude for you, for just showing up, for just tuning in. Each day is different. So just honor what you're experiencing right now. Take a moment to tell yourself that you love yourself. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in with me, for allowing me to guide you this evening. And from my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you again, guys, so much. Again, my name's Alicia. If you tuned in late and you missed it, thanks for tuning in with me. This was a lot of fun. And I hope to do more of these because this was my first time doing something like this. So now that I know it works, let's do it more often. So stay healthy, stay loving, and keep practicing. And I'll see you soon. Oh. Ending.